We are live, folks. I just want to bring you up to date on what's been going on at the Train Depot channel. And let's see, let me turn this over here maybe. We had a big week. We hit 500 subscriptions. And that's pretty darn good. I'm halfway there. And I'll tell you, between November and now, that puts us at around 8 months to get the 500, because I had less than 100 before then, and the channel was um, created back in well, at least 3 years prior to that, or close to 3 years, under a different name, Harbor N-Scale Harbor, LA Harbor N-Scale, and O and HO or something like that. But that one was done and over with. Then we changed it to the Charlie's Train Depot, and it's kind of taken off because we've been working on it. And let's see here. Let me go on live here and see what it looks like. Oh man, let's see. I should be live over here somewhere. And it's not showing that I'm live. Let's see here. Why isn't it showing that I'm live? Or is it? I don't know. I've been having issues with this live stuff. Let me take another peek over here real quick. Yeah. Says I'm live, but for whatever reason, not doing it. So let's see. Let's see what the deal is. I got subscriptions. This guy's live. Boxcar Jerry. Charlie is now live. Yes, I am now live. Okay, here we go. Oh man, look at that belly. Okay. I got the onions. The onions? Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We got it. Let's go with the highest picture quality. Let's go with some. Go with, there it is, 720. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. And Eagle Creek Railroad. Hi. I'm glad you joined me today. As I was saying earlier, had a big week. I was given a chance to go down to the San Diego Model Railroad Museum out there in Balboa Park. Man, that place is just it's amazing. I keep saying amazing, but yeah, that's the word. It's amazing. That HO Tehachapi Pass loop that they got down there, man, that's just I wish I could run my trains on that thing. It just takes a long time to get through that whole loop. And of course, they still need to do a lot of landscaping on it, but they have a really nice layout that they've done there. And I was talking to one of the guys, and he was saying um, he goes, we try to get as much done as we can because it's all volunteer work, and we have just kind of a limited time coming out, and one guy shows up and then another guy shows up, and then sometimes they show up together as a group to do a specific thing. So I get it. It's all about how much time you got to put on, to put onto your layout when you're working on it. Um, and then they have this incredible two rail, which I think was like an O scale. I don't think it was S scale or OS scale. It might be. I could be wrong. I didn't really talk to anybody that was running trains there. I had one guy that I was talking to, and he couldn't even hear me because just a bunch of glass between you and them, and it might have been noisy in there. And if you're like me, hard of hearing, yeah, it's going to be tough to listen through the glass. But I was out there checking that layout too, and of course the N scale layout that they have there is just oof, wow. Um, they had these boats on a dock, and you know just the detail on the people. They had like a guy camping out on the side of a hill, and the uh, the small the campfire had a light on it. And it was flickering, and man, and it's tiny. They're not that big. They're only like about this size, and it really looked really neat. My wife and stepdaughter really appreciated the all of the the I guess diagrammas, pictogrammas um, that were made. Buildings were really nice. I'm sure some of them were kids, but then it looked like a lot of that stuff was scratch built. So, um, if you get a chance, go check it out. Yeah, because it's really neat to see stuff like that. You don't, I mean, who goes out there to see stuff? It's just a handful of people now, really. And a lot of people don't know about that museum because it's in the basement. There's a museum of photography that you walk into, but if you go down the stairwells that are to the sides of it, that's where it's at. And looking at the building at eye level, you really can't tell that that's it. You kind of have to step far away from it and then see the banners that are on the top of the building that says, the San Diego Model Railroad Museum. And then, unless you Google it and you have your maps or something, and it guides you to it directly. But you can actually walk past it, you'd never know it was there. So, um, and of course, there's other museums to check out. But I mean, hey, I was there to see the Railroad Museum, and we went last year, and we saw that we uh, um, we saw some progress that they had done, and yeah, Eagle Creek. Yeah, you're right. Some of these railroad clubs are just crazy, amazing how they got these things set up. And I even like the modulars when you go to train shows and stuff, and when the clubs put that together. Some of those modular layouts are really neat too because those guys put in a lot of time in their. I think it's like three, three by maybe four modular sections that they each do. Some pretty neat stuff there. And we were there for a couple hours, and we got some stuff at the gift shop, um, and then we went on our with our day after that. But that was pretty cool. And another cool thing was I hit over 500 subscribers this weekend. I'm at about 512, so I'm halfway there. So that was kind of really cool to see that, it's I'm getting there little by little, chipping at it away, a little bit at a time. 2, 3 subscribers, a day or every other day is just the way I'm managing to get up to the 1,000 that I'd like, because eventually I'd like to monetize, but then I'd like all the other extra things that you could do once you reach 1,000. The privileges, I guess, that YouTube has for you. So that was pretty cool. And I went to I went to the uh, Santa Fe station in downtown San Diego, and of course we saw the Amtrak Surfliner, which is sitting there. I think it only goes, well, it could only go from San Diego to Oceanside at this time, because San Clemente's messed up. They had a half the hill slid off, and it got to the rails, so they have to stabilize the hill before they let another Amtrak train go through there. And they had just finished fixing those tracks about a week and a half prior, and then the hill gave out, because we had a lot of rain, and of course, the saturated hill just couldn't handle it. So it didn't have enough vegetation roots to hold it together, and down it went. So they're trying to figure that out, and who knows how long that's going to be, because it's the county or state that's going to take care of it. And, well, need I say more about that? So, yeah, DLT Berkshire, and I appreciate you coming on board. Let's see here. Mix and matching from various sets and rare items. Let's see. Are you open to making your own type of trees by using food branding and yes, I can help you with that. Well, sure. Yeah, shoot me an email on that, and give me a little bit more information on it. I do have a lot of rolling stock, and it's Tyco, and I had a couple of train hauls that I got from some people here locally, and but that stuff's anything from Athern to Lima to Rocco, of course, Bachman, and I have there's all kinds of different rolling stock and all that. But I'm gonna try to use all of it. I'm gonna run Bachman with the Bachman stuff, and mix and match. And like you said, yeah, drop me an email here on the website, and we can I can get a better idea of what you got as far as a game plan for us. But yeah, I appreciate that, and I do have some rare locomotives, and I know that I have a Santa Fe yellow bonnet, and it is an Alco 430. Now I've got the GP 20 um, Western Pacific. I have the GP20 GM and O, and I've got those SD24 Rio Grandes, and I also have a GP20 uh, Rio Grande in two different variations. Like Mantua made one and Tyco made the other. So I have those two variations. They say those are pretty rare uh, locomotives to get, but I personally think that this, and I'll have to pull it out because it's in one of these boxes up here. Um, I have um, a that Santa Fe. It's the yellow bonnet with the blue body, Alco 430, I ain't never seen one of those. And this guy that sold it to me, the shell, the paint on it is just absolutely mint. It's mint. It's mint. It doesn't run though. So I'm gonna have to take the motors out, take them apart, uh, clean the commutator out, make sure those brushes are good, make sure those springs are good, lube it up, and then fire it up again. That's all that thing needs to get going. So I'm gonna try some lubricants that my neighbor suggested, um, and uh, we're gonna see if that quiets the the motor and the gears as they're running on the track. So I also have a lot of locomotives that need to be serviced, repaired, um, and really it's just a matter of me having the time because um, there once you do a couple of these locomotives and you service them and you figure out okay this is how they run. Once you do a couple of them, the maintenance on them is much easier. And I just want to get them going, maybe raffle them off or or sell them, whatever it is I'm going to do with them, gift them. Um, I'm gonna um, I'm gonna start working on that stuff, and because there's a lot of stuff. I don't need a lot of that inventory that I got. I mean, if you can see here, let me show you guys. This stuff here is just it's there's quite a bit of stuff there, and that's just maybe a quarter of what I've got available right now. And so uh, really happy about how things went this week. I've been busy, and work and all that too. So, but I tried this camera here. I was going to go live stream with this camera. It's supposed to be a 4K, 60 frames. When I started to do video tests, this light here was giving some kind of over shading. It seemed like there was lines getting drawn, so the camera was trying to adjust the white balance or something was trying to adjust and it couldn't. So don't go do a cheap camera. Just bite the bullet and get a good one. And the only reason I was getting this was to free up my phone so that I could walk around and see who was who's online and texting me like this. So like right now, I've got to look at my tablet here, and it said, "Did you know that Tyco made the Johnson wax set with the Santa Fe Sea Liner, but with logos on it?" Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And guess what? I have that. I have that Johnson Wax shark nose set that I got from eBay from a guy, and I want to say nobody bid on it at that time. So I got really lucky. I think I bought the whole set for like $45, and even it came with track, the original track that it came with. I have the box that it came with because it came with a Tyco, just a um, it was just a white box, and it said Tyco on it with all the serial numbers. And yeah, I do have it. It's right up there. I'm excited about running all that kind of stuff. I've got a Western Auto set up. I don't know if you guys remember the Western Auto um, parts company, the parts store. They had an exclusive there. What else do I have? I think I have the Chef Boyardee. I got the Chef Boyardee train set also. And as a matter of fact, I want to say I have the billboard. Where's that billboard at? I had it here handy. Well, anyways. Well, I got it here somewhere. It's in. Oh, here it is right here. I got this billboard, but I have to redo the label, which I have done, and I'll be restoring that label. But this is the billboard plastic sign that was with it. And Tyco, there's Tyco there in the back. So yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of these trains running and stuff. And now that I have my HO uh, layout from Volmer, um, it's small. It's 3x5, but I'm really glad that I have that set running. It's not derailing or anything. I could run uh, a three-wheel truck on both the inner and outer loops. So that's pretty good. It's kind of tight, but it's cool. I want to make a portable um, a portable layout kind of table with two loops at the end, and then kind of skinny in the middle. Um, and I've got a lot of Bachmann uh, stainless steel Easy Track. I want to get that going. That way I could take the two loops at the end off, which I'm going to say they're going to be maybe 4x4 because the circumference or the radius, I'm sorry, the radius of the curves are about 22. And there'll be like an inner will be like an uh, 18 inch or degree radius. And, uh, and then in the middle, I'll have maybe, uh, four straight that'll run maybe 6 feet. So I'll be able to run that and take it apart because I'm kind of limited on my garage space. So I don't really want to lose having to leave my cars out in the parking lot. So by doing this, making everything as portable, modular, that would be the best word. Making it modular, then I can put it apart, or take it apart, put it together, and then we're done. So I kind of like that. And let's see. I bet you haven't seen the Corky's Carnival train set on AMH models. You know what? Was this part of the Corky's AMH? Because I got a couple of these little pieces here. It says Taiwan underneath. I don't know if this was part of that train set. It just seems like I have a couple of few pieces that yeah, I might have a one or two box cars that are the Corkies. Of course, I have to go look in all that loose rolling stock that I have. I know I don't have it on that shelf, but I want to say I do. And I was just kind of like wondering if this here, if anybody knows if this here was part of it. I don't know. It has this looks like it's. If you look at the artwork, it looks like it's Indian. Let me see that. See that? I don't know. Anybody can identify this stuff. Let me know. Because this is like, I'm going to keep this. This is interesting. Um, so what else do I have? I have a lot of those uh, cargo loading style stations, like the post office unloading uh, an unloading station, and I got the bulldozer one, and I got a whole bunch of them, and I want to use those on my Tyco scene flat layout displays for those. And I've got some kits that I want to build, like an old coaling station, and I want to make that Volmer um, layout, kind of a very rural type thing, because my N scale layout is mostly really industrial city type thing. I got this building for the N scale, and I got this building for the N scale, and I got another building for the N scale. So, and then there's a real tall one, man. This one's really tall. That's actually upside down. So these buildings here are going to go in that N scale next to my right. I'm going to get those going. And bought a little water tower and a little factory and all kinds of goodies. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it's a good one. So, anyways, oh, and here I got this from my pal Ethan. Look at this thing. This guy's so cool. Ethan Armitage. He's a big hit. That guy. He gave me this Junior Ranger Railroad Explorer. I'm gonna hook up Ethan with something, but we got to figure out what he wants, because I think he wanted something that I only have one of, but I got a lot of these other things. Like I got a bunch of Santa Fe's, I got a bunch of like Burlingtons. So maybe if he wants a Santa Fe in Burlington, we can hook him up with something like that. And but we'll have to figure that out when Ethan gets online sometime. But this was really cool. I really appreciate him giving me this thing here, and I want to put it up somewhere here. So, anyways, well, that's about it for right now. Maybe later on this week I'll get a chance to do some videos, run some trains again. I've been doing a lot of short videos, and it seems like short videos have been a big hit. In those videos, I'm just asking people to subscribe and and like, and I'm trying to give them the best, the best entertainment for 8 to 15 seconds, right? And where people go, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I will subscribe. So that's been working. That's been working so far. So things are warming up here in Southern California, and we are definitely going to see some nicer weather coming up. And let me see what other question we have from DLT. It says, I bet you don't have Tyco's USA Express Elko 430. Well, I know I've got one. I know I've got one. I know I've got one. But it is, let's see, here's my Alcos right here. Here's my Alcos right here. Look at this. Here's the Canadian National 430. I don't know if it runs or not. We'll have to. We're gonna have to put it on the track sometime. This might work. It looks like it might have might have been working. Let's see the Alcos here. Here's a Chesy, the old Chesy. I've always liked this unique color scheme from Chesy. This 430 here. I don't know if this is running either. Like I said, I bought a lot of stuff, and I haven't had the time to go through and go, okay, this is running, this is not running. This one here is, I guess, one of the rare ones for the Alcos. This is the Great Northern. I only have one of these. I think I have an F7 from the Great Northerns, but check it out. It has all the railing on it. Needs some work, but we will get this cleaned up and running. Yeah. Let's see here. What are these? Here's a Elko 430 Burlington. I have several of these actually. There's a Mantua. Really nice. I think I have another one that's in even better shape right here. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, this shell here is just is really nice. That's a nice shell right there. Burlington route. And then of course I have several of these Burlington Northerns. I got a couple of these. I even think I bought some so that I could fix other ones. Got those. Let's see here. This one here. Oh yeah. This one kind of hard to find. These are the ones that have the presidential seal. These were the first issues, and then the government told Tyco, you better recall these and reissue that because you're not authorized to have that seal right there. Oh well, I got one. Let's see here. Of course, here's what I think is another rare one: the Grand Trunk. Look at this Grand Trunk. Shell is in excellent condition. It is running because I've run it a couple times. Look at those wheels, nice and clean. Yeah. Oh yeah. Got some GG1s here. Different GP20, uh, Southern Pacific, and cotton belts. What else here? These are Katos. These are all Katos here. All of these are Katos. Of course, we have another one that you see from time to time, and everybody wants a pretty penny for, is the old Canadiana. And believe it or not, I want to say I have two of these locomotives, and I've got three cabooses. I don't know how I ended up getting three cabooses, but I think I bought a caboose, and there was a Canadiana shell, 4301 shell with it. I don't know what happened. Oh, look. Speaking of great, oh shoot, watch out here. See, this is something I got to work on. But here's another Great Northern F7. This is something I'll be working on and getting it going and making it run. But I only got one, so that's it. But you see, I got these Santa Fe's. I got a couple Santa Fe's there. Look at all these Burlingtons. I got tons of Burlingtons. Yeah, some Pennsylvanias, some Shark Nose. Let's see here. And these are Bachmans, and these are different brands, AMH and all that. I got all those there. I got some steam locomotives now. All of a sudden, I got a whole bunch of steam locomotives. I didn't know I was going to have that many. I didn't know that I was going to start getting a lot of these switchers either. Kind of nice. It's missing the top, but who cares? I'll paint it silver, and then you wouldn't even know. Or if I find another one like this one's from let's see, Yugoslavia, AHM maybe. I'm thinking because of the truck, I'm thinking AHM. What do you guys think? Start looking for something like that, switcher like this. You just get the top or just get the shell. Got a bunch of that stuff. And then the ever faithful little Bachman Gandhi. Look at that thing. I love it. Nice. Man, I got about 15 of these different types of switchers now too. These were called. They had a name for these guys. I keep forgetting, but specific name for this style center cab switcher. I got a lot of those, of course, little steam engines and all that. But yeah, this is a quarter of what's there. I mean, I got Box galore. I got tons of these things here. Oh man. Well, thank you, Eagle Creek. Yeah. I do have some other locomotives that we haven't seen on video yet, and I hope to start displaying those, running them, and just one of these days I'm just going to go live and just start running trains. Let's just run a bunch of trains, start making the consists. Hopefully, I'll go through the Tyco archives and see what rolling stock went with what locomotive, and then we go from there and run it as if you were back in Christmas of 1978 and you opened up your Tyco gift set with that train, whether it be remember the Silver Streak and the Jet. Of course, my all-time favorite locomotive, and the one I started with is let's see if I have one here. Let's see if I have one here. Right here. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Let's see here. Where's the other one? Yeah, right here. This baby right here, this is it. This is what started it all. The Chattanooga GP20. Man, I love this train big time. Mine, after a while, the that little pinion gear kind of started slipping, and I remember using, what did I use? I think I used like Elmer's glue or something. I don't even think super glue was even invented yet or something. I used something, and I was able to get it to run a little bit, then it fall apart, and then at some point I had to get another one. But I was later on when I figured out, hey, you can actually rebuild these. I ended up rebuilding it. But this here, this is definitely the one that started it all, man. Yeah, pretty amazing. I love how they did this fantasy color scheme because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah, the old 5628. Love it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. But then my second one was the Silver Streak, but I have that in a box. I don't have one here offhand. Yeah, yeah, I got one in a box somewhere. But anyhow, um, well, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I hope that later on we'll get together again. This here is a box car from AHM, or I'm sorry, a gondola. And it's got a speaker in here and some contacts. And I don't know if this thing chugs or does diesel sounds. I don't know. I haven't worked on it, but I'm going to try to get this thing running. It's all there, and we'll get this going because it has a pretty neat uh, you know piece of rolling stock there. We'll get that. Hopefully, we'll get that running. This one again, I'll use for my lifelike. Um, yeah, this is lifelike. This is going to be for when I display my lifelike Toys R Us set that you used to be able to buy for like, I don't know, 19.99 or 29.99. It wasn't very expensive back then in the early 90s. Because it only came with a very small switching locomotive that was the Santa Fe, and then it came with the Toys R Us boxcar, and either it came with another Santa Fe dark colored box car, and then the caboose, and it just hauled those three things, those three rolling stock. And so, well, I want to get a video on that, and like I said, just try to start doing videos on the train sets that we saw in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, which I believe I have most of the rolling stock to be able to do that. And I hope you enjoy it. So, we are going to sign off. I'm done. I'm done for the day. It's warming up in this garage, getting a little warm. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Stay safe, and I will catch you this week. All right. Take care. Thank you, Ben. You have a good one too, okay? We'll catch you later on this week.